We've got our meat and potatoes kind of meal. Costs less than $12 to make it, so it definitely comes out on the budget-friendly end. I've got my 5-pound bird that we're gonna spatchcock. I'm gonna rinse it, clean it really well, and then dry it off. To spatchcock a chicken, number one, we're gonna wanna make a compound butter. And this time, instead of a thyme and lemon, we're going to do a rosemary butter. All right, so last week, we learned to roast an entire chicken together. So this week, let's learn how to spatchcock a chicken and roast it that way. So why would you want to spatchcock a chicken? 2 reasons to spatchcock a chicken: they cook quicker and they cook more evenly. So we're not, instead of a big round ball, we're gonna flatten it all the way out. Okay, so I've got a 1/2 stick of butter here. I've got probably 2 tablespoons of fresh rosemary. I want to grate in a couple cloves of garlic. You want probably a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and some freshly ground black pepper. And we're just gonna mix that together and mush it up. Mush it. Mushing is a technical term. So we've got our compound butter ready. Let's get our chicken. Our next step is to take out the spine. That's what it means to spatchcock a chicken in today's terms. So here are our breasts. We just wanna flip it over, and running right through here is its spine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut on both sides to remove the spine completely. So you are gonna need a really good pair of kitchen shears for this. All right, and now let's get it from the other side. All right, and there it is. There's the backbone. So we want to flip it back over. And I know this sounds a little funky, but you want to break it. Ah, there we go. It is a little disturbing, I'm not gonna lie. So let's start with the inside. I am gonna go wash my hands and not touch anything else. And I'm gonna get salt and pepper the inside really, really well. All right, and just like our roasted chicken, we wanna slide our fingers under the skin. And we're gonna get as much on both sides as possible. We wanna push it down into where our leg and our thigh are down there. You have to be willing to play with your food in this kitchen. Take a big handful of it and shove it as far back as we can get it without breaking the skin. There we go. And some on this side. And just spread that butter out. That good butter rosemary everywhere. A little bit of canola oil. You want to rub it all over. You could use olive oil, you could use butter. I'm just using something with a high smoke point. And let's just salt and pepper generously, fearlessly. Like, get in here, don't be shy. Girl, don't be shy with that seasoning. You know it's important. That's what gives your bird all that flavor. And the other, when we roasted the whole chicken, I basted it, but we want the skin crunchy this time, so no basting. It's hard to resist the urge, because that's how you're taught growing up, is to always baste the bird. But if you want that nice crunchy skin, you gotta leave it alone. Extra sprinkling of salt for good measure. All right, 400 degrees. It should be about an hour, but we're gonna keep checking on it. So throw it in 400 degrees, let's get her started. All right, to go with our spatchcock chicken, we've got a bag of the honey gold, the little small tiny potatoes. The most surface going down to create that beautiful golden crust. That's just heaven. And resist the urge to cook your potatoes with your chicken, because the chicken creates all this amazing juice that you wanna pour back over your chicken, but it will make your potatoes soggy and you won't get that crunchy, crispy, like, oh. And believe it or not, it's a beautiful, huge dinner. It feeds a ton of people, and it's really inexpensive to make meals like this. I got a 5-pound bird at $8.42. My potatoes were less than $2 or $3. So some canola oil on our potatoes. Do some salt, and when you think you've done enough salt, do more, because it's potatoes and they are so good salty. All right, and I found this new all-purpose blend that I'm a little bit obsessed with. It's from Shore Smoke, which is one of our small businesses for the cooking competition. And this all-purpose blend game day, look. It's got sweet, it's got salty, it's got a little kick. It kind of has a dill kick to it, but it is really good. Like if I'm trying to eat your seasoning out of the jar, it's really good. I don't normally recommend spices, but that one I absolutely will stand behind. We just want to lay all of our potatoes face down. These are also going in with the chicken, so they're going in at 400 degrees. This gorgeous baby took about an hour in a 400-degree oven. We checked it with a meat thermometer directly in the breast. Let it set in the pan we cooked it in for 15 minutes. Now I've got it out on my cutting board. Kept the chicken juice because that's one of the best parts of the whole thing. So you can see the rosemary underneath the skin. It's absolutely beautiful. Then we have our game day potatoes with some garlic parmesan dip. Dinner's at 6. Don't be late.